This video is a collection of tips and tricks that I consider to be the hardest to figure out yourself. They're things that I've noticed a lot of players either don't know or don't do for some reason, even though they're super effective. And they're things that I haven't heard many other creators talk about. If you've watched any of these videos on my channel, then you might have heard a few of them, but many I have never talked about before. But that's all about to change because this is 14 tips and tricks that Rematch doesn't teach you, but Mogz does. Alright, so before we get into the tips, I decided that the way I'm going to do this video is every tip is going to be read in a totally different way. I don't know why, I just decided to do it. Let's do tip 1 first. G'day cobbers. Did you know that the music and the background sound totally stops if someone shoots the ball and it's on target? Yeah, so basically if the ball's gonna go in, unless someone stops it, everything just goes really quiet. It's heaps weird. And you know what? It doesn't only happen when you're shooting the ball, it also happens when passing and when you get your head on it. So fellas, the next time you're in goal and you're wondering, is this ball gonna go in or not? Just listen. If you don't hear anything, might be time for a dive, mate. The second tip is low bounce shots. When kicking the ball high in the air using the shoot button, you can remove a lot of the bounce by simply adding down spin on the ball. As you can see, this is a normal shot with no spin. It bounced too high and we missed. And now here's one with down spin. Perfect. So next time the keeper charges out and you want to smash it over his head, add some downspin and it's basically a guaranteed goal. Downspin shots do not guarantee goals, results may vary. The next tip is ground passes. Did you know that you can do a powerful pass along the ground using the shoot button? Well, you can. To do it, just aim below the player, push up to add up spin, and there's your ground pass. There's one trick to this that you should know, which is that if you're running when you make the ground pass, you need to change your aim depending on the direction and speed of your run relative to your target. As you can see, I'm running at a 90-degree angle to my target, aiming here. Then when I pass the ball, it ends up here, which is behind where I was aiming. So make sure to correct for that by aiming slightly ahead of your target. And boom, deadly accurate. And now for tip number 4. When you and an opponent are challenging the same ball, it's not a good idea to just run at the ball and take it, because then this happens. Instead, you actually want to do this. That's a tackle. Using the tackle button to hit the ball away like this is great because you're basically passing yourself the ball in the same way as if you used a light lob or a regular pass. But because you were never technically in possession of the ball, you can't be tackled. And it's even better than using the slide tackle button, which has a very long recovery time because it has almost no recovery time at all. It's easily one of the best techniques I've ever learned. Alright guys, let's go. We got tip number 5 now. 99% of the time when heading the ball, most players use the regular pass button, which is great for clearing the ball or passing to a teammate. But the problem is, it also just gives the ball away to the opposition. We don't want that. Instead, try the light lob. This apparently has the highest priority of any header, and so you just win more headers. And it also allows you to control the ball after the header. It's so damn good. Before we get into the next section,
a huge shout out to ExpressVPN.
If you've ever wanted to play games in a different region or browse the web securely, ExpressVPN is how you do it.
Hey, that's a good idea.
I can tell you from experience it 100% works, and the ping's actually decent too.
Wow, great ping.
And right now, every single Mogz viewer is gonna get a huge discount of 3 months off all 12-month subscriptions, meaning it just got a whole lot cheaper for you to jump into a different region and destroy your opponents over there.
Yay! You can play with Daddy.
So go check out ExpressVPN via the link on screen and in the video description. Oh, bloody hell. Tip number 6. You can recharge your stamina while sprinting with the ball, okay? You basically just press any of the tap, shoot, or lob buttons just before this indicator comes up. As you can see, I press it after the indicator, no stamina recharge. I press it before the indicator, at the right time, stamina recharge. I've taught this already in a few of my videos, so sorry for keep banging on about it, but yeah, anyway. You get infinite stamina, bruh, come on. Okay, next one. 1-2 call. You can call for a 1-2 pass.
1-2.
By passing your teammate the ball and then immediately pressing the call button. Okay. This is another one I've covered in another video, but honestly, no one uses it. So here it is again. Alright, and now the next 3 steps before we get into the goalkeeper tips are not really things that you can do, but they're things that other players like almost always do, which makes them, yeah, it's like really predictable. I'm kind of running out of voices. What else can I do? Okay. Tip number 9. If a player's marking player B, and then player C, who has the ball, starts approaching player A, and then player A stops marking player B and challenges player C, player C will almost certainly pass the ball to player B. And so if you're watching this all go down, just go tackle him. It's so funny. Alright, so this is actually the whole reason the fake challenge is such a great defensive move. Because often they'll just give you the ball. That's just amazing. People are so predictable. Hilarious. Alright, the next one's really long, so I'm just going to do it normally. So tip number 10. The Ippy slide has absolutely taken over Rematch. It's really easy to do, done by simply running without sprinting, then pressing push ball and immediately aiming the other direction and pressing sprint. And because it's so easy to do and so prevalent, we need a way to predict it and to tackle people doing it. Well, here it is. If you see a player running without sprinting, and then they press push ball, the chances are extremely high they're about to do an Ippy slide. The reason for this is that the primary purpose of push ball, as we learned in the tutorial, is to increase your sprint speed. And so just ask yourself this question: why would anyone use push ball when they're not sprinting, unless they're about to Ippy? Unless, of course, they're trying to fake the Ippy, and then, yeah, you're kind of screwed. But whatever, we don't talk about that. So next time you see someone not sprinting using push ball, expect the Ippy, sit off them a little bit, and then as soon as they do it, just take the ball. Okay, and now for the final 4 tips of this video. These ones are all goalkeeping related. Okay, so the first one is something that Gibbon called the dash dive. This is essentially a type of dive that utilizes the defensive stance, then a dash, and immediately following that, a dive. This dive has one advantage over the regular dive in that it covers more distance. And so it's incredibly useful when you're on one side of the goal and you need to quickly dive to the other side to make a save. Oh, and you can also use the dash by itself when you're a goalkeeper to make saves on the ground, which are just next to you. Tip number 12 is another one I got from Jibbin. The goalkeeper can actually head the ball. I have no idea why I never even tried to do this or never saw any goalkeepers ever do it, but yep, you can. If you're like me, you might be asking yourself, yeah, but why wouldn't I just catch it instead of head it? Well, apparently the header actually has a bit more priority or reach than the normal dive. And so you might actually find yourself winning a header where you might actually lose a dive. Pretty damn cool. And I can tell you that my squad's goalkeeper has started heading the ball a ton and he loves it. So definitely try it out. All right, and the last two tips I've already talked about in other videos, but they are very important tips, so let's go over them again. The keeper can kick the ball. Yes, we all know that. He can also roll the ball. Everyone seems to know that one too. However, something that I think a lot of people don't know is that he can also throw the ball as well. It uses the lob button, and the advantage of it is that when people are challenging you, they're standing right in front of you, you can throw it straight over their heads. You can do it with the normal lob to do a long throw, and you can do it with the light lob to do a short throw. And the 14th and final thing that Rematch doesn't teach you that Mogz does. So you know this timer that indicates how long you can hold the ball for? Well, did you know that you can actually reset it? Just drop the ball at your feet, then press push ball to push it away, and then slide to pick it up, and boom, timer reset. Based on my testing, the only time you can actually do this is when your teammates pass you the ball or you tackle a teammate. It doesn't seem to work at all when your opponent gives you the ball. But yeah, anyway, there it is, the most annoying tech in the game. I kind of hope they patch this out because, God, I hate myself. And that's it, guys. That is my video about 14 tips and tricks that Rematch doesn't teach you, but Mogz does. I really hope that was helpful. It was a video that I've been working on for a little while now, just putting together all the tips that I thought were just strange, that I just noticed a lot of people don't know or don't use. My squad didn't know a bunch of them. And yeah, I've just personally found them to be kind of revolutionary to my own gameplay. So really hope it was helpful. If you found at least one of these tips helpful that you didn't know, hit the like button. And if you found any that you already knew, hit the dislike button. I'm just kidding. If you knew all of it, I'll make a deal. If you knew every single one of these already, you can hit the dislike button. And just write in the comments, Mogz is a knob. That's totally fine. Yeah, come join the Mogz Discord server if you want to hang out with me and other Mogz viewers. Not many people over there though for some reason. But yeah, come hang out, bros. Yeah, that's it really. Hope you guys enjoyed this weird video. I just kind of, I don't know, I just wanted to have fun with it and just mess around. Tell me which of the voices that I used was the most annoying. And if you want me to change the way I talk to any one of them, yeah, you let me know down in the comments too. That'd be cool. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.